obviously, man, the game was disappointing. And the only thing that I can think about is moving on to next year and taking this whole season, and I'll let the players down. I let the organization down, and that burns me. It really does. This was not expected of where we are this season, and I understand that. But here's what I do know. I know the reason why I came here, and I am not going to waver from my beliefs on what I think wins games in this league. And I am very confident in myself. I'm very confident in this organization. I'm very confident in our owner. I'm very confident in Mooj. And we're going to work our ass off to get this shit exactly where it needs to be. And I do know that. But I'll tell you this. This season's on me. It's on me. And I get that. But I'll tell you this. We're going to work our ass off, right, starting tomorrow to make sure we get this shit right. I do know that. Any questions?
What do you feel like you could have done differently this season?
Well, there's a number of things. And I will have a whole self-reflection starting tomorrow. And I would take a good week on really identifying each and every one of those things. Obviously, we didn't do enough to win games, and that's what it really comes down to. I can nitpick and I can talk about a lot of different things, but at the end of the day, we didn't do enough to win enough games.
AG, how do you not, with the way things could go, and you talk about confident you are, obviously, how do you not have that confidence shaken a little bit by the way things have gone, particularly the last 5 weeks?
Yeah. I think you guys know my history, and I've been there and I've done that. So that's why my confidence is not shaking. And I can go all the way back from my time in Cleveland to New Orleans to Detroit. I've been there and done that. And listen, I understand what everybody on the outside is saying, and and I'm gonna take all those arrows, and that's okay, right? Because I do know this: it's gonna turn. It's gonna turn. I'm very confident in that. So I look forward to getting back. I look forward to starting this offseason. I look forward to sitting down with Mooj. I look forward to sitting down with Woody and putting our heads together and talking about how we're going to get this thing turned in the right direction.
What do you think those conversations are going to be like between you and also?
Very positive conversations. I do that. And I'm talking about on the go forward. I mean, obviously, the season didn't end like it should. The season didn't happen like we wanted it to. But you reflect on it, you talk about it, and then you move on. And what's the plan? What's the vision going forward? That's what those conversations will be about.
I'm sorry. What you said to us, is that what you expressed?
Say it again?
What you said to us when you first came out here, is that what you expressed to them in there?
As far as
that it's on you.
Absolutely.
Aaron, is there anything you can point to this season to give people on the outside confidence that you're the right guy to turn this around?
You know what? That's a tough. It got to be trust. It got to be faith. It does. And the thing is, like I said before, I've been here, done that, and I just know myself. Hopefully, the fans know that, and I understand this season was not the way that everybody wanted it to go, and I get that. But again, just don't let go of the rope, and just trust me. And I know it's hard to say. Just trust me and have faith in what we're doing.
I know you're talking about moving forward, but like as you go into this offseason, even as you're going into next season, and if losses happen and stuff like that, how much?
Say it again.
How much will the scars of this season still be on your mind as you go forward and as you try to teach these guys about how to respond to losing and things like that?
Well, the thing is, every season is different, and this locker room would not be the same, and that's just how it is. So after every season, it doesn't matter if hell, we go 15-2. Once the season's over with, you go on to the next. So the NFL doesn't care. And this is a year-by-year league. So I'm not going to let this season affect me from going to the following season. The only thing I am going to do is learn from it. Right? That's all you can do. So I'm not going to let anything that happened going on this year, affect me as far as my thought process going into next year. Learn from it, absolutely. But as far as, not wavering from I'm just not going to do that at all.
What was your message just to the team that they came off the field for the last time?
Listen, I love every one of those guys. I appreciate what they've done. But obviously we got a lot of work to do. And that's okay. Getting to off season, once the off season starts, We're going to work our ass off, and we remember everything. So I'm going to say we remember everything.
Are you embarrassed, and by the way, about the last 5 games?
That's a tough word, embarrassed. But I would say this: I'm not happy. I would say that I think that's the better word. I'm not happy with the way that it went down. Anytime you lose in that manner, it's hard to be happy about that. So, but again, I'm not hiding from that. I'm not running from that. It's something that we have to eat that. And I know as the head coach, I have to do whatever I got to do to make sure that we get it turned around.
AG, one of the things you said to us during the week was you were looking for complete
Yep.
end and that stuff. Did you see that today? I mean, what
Our guys did. It was not an effort issue. All right, so I don't want to go down that road. Today was collectively of we missed tackles, and offensively we didn't do enough to go make some plays. We got to coach better, So collectively as a unit, that's what happened with this game. This game was all about that.